Hello, it's Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and I'm back again today with another video. So today we are doing more shipping in the shipping room for eBay. So I've got Aaron over here. He is getting on eBay so we can start pulling some items to ship. So you are continually learning how to ship, right? You've been watching me.
Yeah, I know a little more, but it'll be a while till I take over entirely.
Yeah, so we've got just 5 orders we're doing on eBay today. We ship pretty much every day. So 5 today on eBay. I think there's a couple on Etsy. And I already did one from somebody that paid from my last Friday night sale. I do have some people that haven't paid yet right over here. So hopefully we can get all those taken care of. More than usual by this time. But yes, so I'm just waiting to hear back on those people. And we will go ahead and get going. So what's the first item up?
It would appear to be a picture frame.
It's the swing frame, right?
Right.
Are you going to get it, or?
I am. I'm looking at your work here in the closet. You didn't make any space for me to put anything.
To put what? Oh, so I'm going to actually redo all this.
He's doing that, not me.
I'm going to organize all this. I've got lots of boxes that need to come in here, and it's just, it's not really.
Then I can put
what I'd like to do is actually get these out of here too, so that this door can open and fully open. And maybe honestly I could get somehow organize this in a way where those, I'd like to get rid of them.
Or actually,
sell them down.
Here's a suggestion, and all of those could be put on the shelves, and then just go downstairs and get it when you have the quilts.
Well, they could.
That's probably the best option
but
if you want them out of
we'll see. So the first item up is the swing frame.
Yeah, I gotta find where I put it. I think it's right here.
Yep. So that, I can tell you, is very lightweight. So it's going to go in what size box?
Oh, this will be in down here in this.
I don't know if it'll fit or not, but...
Oh, you don't know, huh?
Very tight.
It's pretty tight.
I would use a 777 instead of the 666. We're running low on those boxes.
I see that.
I just ordered more. Hopefully they'll get here soon. And we're low on 777s as well.
Yeah,
I've got
I don't use those as much, huh?
quite a few 888s over there. So yes, we're going to go ahead and tape up that box and put this picture frame. It's so cool. This sold. It actually went up for auction and it sold for $10.50 plus shipping. It's a very nice little swing frame. I believe I paid, was it $6 or $5? Pretty sure. It's very pretty though. Alrighty. So now,
Picture frames. Guess that'll get wrapped up.
Yep.
In hopes that I can find the dotted line. I think it's right there.
I have another way of doing that if you want to know it.
A little bit tricky, this one.
The main thing is we don't want this frame to be flopping about back and forth. So fold this bubble wrap in half like this. And we're going to have it teeter off the edge there so that, see what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
So it's bracing up against the actual frame. And you can put a piece of tape there. And then you can do another piece, or 2 pieces rather, right there.
Oh, roll the whole thing?
Yeah. And then it can go in the box with the rest of the paper. And in fact, we might actually use packing peanuts in this case because I want to keep it under a pound for sure.
Yeah.
So I've got some packing peanuts over here. I tend to not buy these, but I was experimenting with different packing solutions. This is what we have always used. It's this paper. We buy it from the newspaper print shop. This is what so whenever they print newspapers, that's the result of, like, after they're done printing them, they have this paper left, and it starts out much, much larger, and that's what's left. So they can't really use that because I don't know why they can't use that, but I guess it's not enough paper for them to to start up another run. Maybe it costs too much, but sometimes I can get them in they're out to here. So this is a smaller roll. We're gonna go ahead and put in, a couple handfuls of this so that it's the bottom has like 2 or 3 inches. Okay, how does this fit? What's the best way? Oh, okay. I would probably go diagonal. It's called a snake. And he makes a snake. Make your snake, there you go. And then you can wrap it around. No, the other way. No, the other way. No, the other way.
Every way but this way.
Here, you hold this and I'll do it. Like this.
No. But that's what I did one at a time.
No. Alright, so yeah, he's just wrapping it around, and then once that's done, we'll set it in the box. Yeah. Straight in. Just like that. The next one is the salt cellars.
Oh, here.
Okay, this is a pretty straightforward one to do because it already has a box. So
close the lid up.
Not so easily though.
And then we have to put a bubble wrap around it. Anyway, so it doesn't fall apart.
Nope. See, you're getting ahead of yourself, and I said no. So
yeah, because we have a limited amount of time before I gotta get.
Do you understand what's going to happen if you just did what you did? There are glass in here. These right here in particular are going to shake up and down. I'll do it just a little bit so you can hear. That's not good. So the way to fix it is, before you put the lid on, we can shove a little bit of tissue right here, anything to fill that space. And then what I want to do on top of that is put maybe 1 layer bubble wrap right on top of this whole thing. Then close it, then wrap the box in 1 layer bubble wrap. No. Then it's good to go.
It's full of details.
Well, you have to be. It's very important stuff. So we're going to put in, we just want to make sure that this is covered. So go ahead and tear this in half. I think that's too much.
Well, that half's messed up.
Okay, let's see how this would go. We're just shoving that in there. I think that'll help quite a bit. Okay, and then we'll take a piece of bubble wrap right over here. I guess I'll do it.
Yes, you will.
And then one hand's hard to do with this.
It'll be messed up because the tape got on it.
I feel like a magician.
Okay, that was a failed method, and I knew it would be, and that's why I left it up there. So that won't work anymore. It's back over here.
Well, it's not a failed method if you use 2 hands, but I didn't have them. So now we'll cut this in half.
If I can do it left-handed. Nope.
Oh, well then I'll do it.
That's right. That scissors is a right-handed scissors.
I never
make them any left-handed.
Well, they do actually make left-handed.
We don't own any though.
One hand's hard to do still. Okay, much better. So all I'm doing is I really just want to put this, I think what I'll do, I'll cut this nicer. We'll cut that right along the box. So you understand why I'm doing this, right?
Well, it'll be less bouncy. More protection.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got the layer of bubble wrap right on top there. We'll put this on like that. You hear nothing.
Right.
Before we heard like a bit of a jiggle jig. I'm making that tight. Do you see how tight I'm making this?
Right.
I'm pulling it and stretching it. And there's a reason I'm not putting tape right in the box. You should know why though, right?
I do know why, because you try to take that off, your box will be messed up.
Right.
When it's older especially.
Yeah.
Like that.
If we're gonna do the poly mailer method, this already has its own box, and so the glassware is really protected. But since I'm going to go that route, I'm gonna go ahead and put one more thing of bubble wrap around the whole thing, and then we'll put it in the bag.
Right.
Poly bag. And depending on the weight, it can either go in a flat rate USPS, priority mail, or go first class. I haven't tested, but either way, I want extra bubble wrap on there. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now this, depending on how much it weighs, we'll see if it actually can be under a pound. 13.2, that's lovely. So we can actually put that in a poly mailer, first class. So we'll use the poly mailer just like this. It's gonna be really well protected. We'll just shove that in, put my card in, and then you see how, you know how to work these, don't you? Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll want it to be kind of even, see? Like that, it's even with the, okay. And this one's done, we just need to write the name on it. All right, so now it is a couple days later, and I have pretty much everything in here. I'm just taking a look at the closet to see what I want to do about it, as far as how I want to organize these things in a logical way, considering what I've got and what I'm projected to have as far as like packing supplies, you know. But I definitely want to use this whole closet, so I want to get this door open, and that entails figuring out some other method for this stuff so that that corner can be, you know, not used in that way because it sticks out too far for the door to be open. But what I've got, I have all of these packages right here. Now these are lots of boxes that will go in the closet. We've got 12 by 12 by 8s in those three. And then we have 7 by 7 by 6s in here. And then this is actually a box full of this recyclable friendly stuff that I get whenever I order my food. I buy pre-made food. It's like chef made, and then you just heat it up. It's by Freshly. Oh, you know what? I'll put a link in the description for this. Freshly, I really recommend them. They're you know, they're not super cheap. They're about $10 each, but you don't have to cook anything. You don't even have to assemble anything or shop. It's already cooked, and there's no real harsh preservatives or anything because it's meant to be ate within like the week. They cook it, and then it's never frozen. So anyway, I'm gonna try to work up an idea for this stuff in here. So let me think about it for a little bit. All right, well, I think the first step, no matter what I'm going to do, is to pull everything out of the closet. So let's do that. All right, so this is a start. We have the bins removed, and then I have the door open. So that's what I'm going for, so I can get in over here. Now, my initial thought is to put these 2 rolls, that's my extra paper that I use to package things. I have a 3rd roll over there. Put those in the corner over here. And then I'm maybe going a step further and thinking I could put my extra bubble wrap and just stack that on top of them. Now that's a good solution now, but whenever I'm down to 1 roll, you know, I'm not sure how that's going to work, and if the bubble wrap would, so it's going to be trial and error. I know the 2 rolls would fit wonderfully right there, and that'll keep that door so that it could stay open. And then all of these I'm going to organize. Now these boxes, yeah, these pretty much can stay there on the back. And then what else do we have? Oh yes, I've got all of those boxes and stuff. Well, let's just see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and put those rolls of paper over there now. That actually works really well. It's pretty tall, but it's lightweight. So yes, I'm super excited about that. Now, as far as all this is concerned, how do I want to do this? See, I've got these air pillows up here. Those I sometimes use. Well, I can at least get to them now. Before, it was kind of a stretch to get over here. So we'll put them all over there, I guess. All the air pillows can go over there. This box doesn't even belong in here because it's... Hi, Stella. Would you like a box? No? Okay. And this one, sometimes I hang on to these if I have like a large picture or something. But I don't need this one because I'm about to have like 3 more once I cut them open. And then we have all of this stuff. Now, these I'm thinking about putting, I think I'm gonna put these right up top here. They're good. They're good for like heavy things, bulky things that you want to package, because it's this packing material, and it's biodegradable, or it's, yeah, it says earth friendly inside and out, recycle me. You cut it open, it's biodegradable. So I like to reuse those if I can. I feel like I'm not getting very far. I mean, that's apparently what organized looks like. So I realized I had more of those air pillows across the room that I pulled out. And so there they are back in place. There's the air pillows. These are those things that I was telling you. Oh, here's more of those bubble. Okay, these bubble things need to come over here. I'll just put them in a large stack. This is some chipboard. I just use this sometimes to put around sharp objects, or if I want to put something in a poly bag mailer, I'll put, you know, I'll use that to kind of sturdy it up a little bit. There, I'm keeping a couple of these boxes. So we've got the regional rate box A. Then we have the, what do they call in this other size? It's just, I'm not sure. It's like a game box size or something. And then in the back is the regional rate box B, if I'm not mistaken, back there. So we've got a little bit of each one of those. I've got some room over here that I'm going to put my bubble mailers, these things in. And put that right there, I guess. We'll stack them up. That's what these two are. I'll open up those, we'll put those in. I'm actually contemplating taking these out because these are sort of slippery, and this is what it looks like inside. It's this recycled, and it wouldn't be so slick. In fact, I like using them that way outside of the packaging. So I might actually cut them open, and then they won't be wanting to slide down. Okay, so I have these unboxed. That's a whole bunch of 12 by 12 by 8s. Then I have my 7 by 7 by 6s right there. It's actually nice to see them all out because then I can kind of get a stronger grasp of how many I really have. And I found out I only have one of these shoebox sizes. I've been going through those quite a lot lately. So, okay, I'm starting to assemble kind of like, or put my already made boxes, things that I get in the mail or whatever, sizes that I think would be useful. I'll just stack those up right there. And then we do have some larger sizes there. And then up here, this is a big change. So I took the white outer shell off of those. They look beautiful now. So this is that recycled fiber stuff. And this is like a thermal kind of a thing. So we've got large pieces here. We've got the smaller ones there. Bubbles. I've got all of these. These are arranged nicely. I still have some room back there for something. I'm not sure what yet. But what's the other thing? That's stuff that I need to break down and recycle. Yeah, pretty much. This here, this is what I want to get out of this spot. All right, so I'm at a stopping point, and as you can see, it looks a lot more organized, but at the same time, I don't feel like I did much. So here's what I'm thinking. It just feels like I moved things around and nothing really is for the better. I mean, yes, like we have the doors open now and the bubble wrap's there as opposed to like all over the floor. But really I don't know. It's not like I'm left with a whole bunch of extra space. This up here, Now I should remind myself that a lot of this wasn't actually in this closet. And so that should be thought of. But yeah, I mean, it is nice to look at, and it should stay this way. I mean, as far as the way that it's usable, this kind of can be moved around. It's full of the peanuts. I don't prefer using them, but I've tried them out. But yeah, you know, we've got my 8 by 8 by 8 boxes there. Now for now, I think we're gonna leave those things here, those totes, rather than move them downstairs. So I figured, at the very least, it's a nice little work table to put stuff on. So we'll do that. Those totes over there actually belong in front of that. So it's not gonna be able to stay looking that nicely. But really, I mean, there's a lot in there. We have quite a lot of shipping supplies over that way. And then my 6 by 6 by 6s are stacked up over here. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.